So far in this lesson, we've explored the possibilities and the power of cascading style sheets. We've modified two existing HTML tags, an H1 and an H2, and that's why the text up here on the H1 looks the way it does, and the subheadings of external, internal style sheet, and inline styles look the way they do because we changed that tag. So every time we use an H1 or an H2, it's going to do that. I want to do something else here. We have some text here that basically looks like, well, it is code. And what I want it to do is look different so you know when it's code and you know when it's paragraph text. But if I change the paragraph tag, all the text is going to change to that particular style. So I'm going to make my very own rule. We can make our own. We're going to start by going up to CSS Styles, and I want you to click the New button down here. Make sure that when you're in the New CSS Rule dialog box that it says Class can apply to any HTML element, and that of course is the default, but just make sure it's that. All elements that we make, called selectors, will have their own name, and the names will start with a period. And now if you forget that, it'll put that there for you, but we might as well go ahead and do that. Period. We'll call it HTML code. That's what we want to call it. Click the word OK. Let's get started. Let's do just a few things so you get the idea. Font family, let's change that. Let's change it to something like maybe Tahoma, Geneva. We'll change the size to, let's try 14. We'll change the font style to italic. I want italic here. And let's do one more thing. We'll go to color, change the color. That way it'll be really easy for you to see it. Go to any of the categories you want, change anything you want. We're just going to do the simple, click OK. To apply it, select the text you want to apply it to. Actually select it. Now, make sure you have HTML code selected right here. And we can do this a couple of ways, but if you go up to this button here, which is options for CSS styles, one of the options is apply. As you can see, there it goes. We do the same thing here. We come back over here. We click apply. And again, of course, this one last line down here. And we come back over and we say apply. So we've literally created our very own rule, our own selector, if you will. It allows me to change things on a selection basis, even individual pieces. So if we go to the word link inside here, technically that's code. If we select that, we can do the same thing to it. Now, if you're working with standard HTML tags, that's difficult because standard tags, especially things like the heading tags, will have a tendency to change everything in the paragraph. In this case, we have the ability to change anything that we have selected. More power, not just the HTML tags. We make our own.